The Resurrection by Bugzy Malone. We're going to give this a proper album review and listening, and we're going to rate it, and we're going to react to it. It's going to be good. First song up is called The Resurrection. This is the self-titled track, or the title track, produced by Kevin Gainey and Blinky, which is Blinky all over the production on this? I don't know, but we're about to find out. Let's go and get into it.
I'm sorry, but the person you've called is not available. Please leave your message after the tone. After you finish your message, just hang up. Or to hear more options, please press 1.
Okay.
It's Bugs. And see, I would have wrote this down and posted it through everybody's doors and that, but I don't know where everybody lives anymore. So hopefully you hear this. I couldn't breathe, but I've been struggling breathing from the start. I got millions in the bank, but still this grievance in my heart. And the crib's a baby mansion, still I'm struggling with anger. And I'm reading every night, but still these books don't have the answer. And I know she died of cancer, and I know they took him when he was a boy. I feel your pain, I see it when you're drinking brandy. Can't fix it, I've been looking for somebody to fix me. She needs tablets now, and that's my sibling. I know that she's missed me, you would hit me. Remind me, did you say you got molested? Just tell him he's forgiven now, I need that off my chest. We're family, even though we don't act like we're family. I had to leave this message, it's important for my sanity. The world was fading out as I was bleeding from my head. And it's a shame to say it now, but I didn't care if I was dead. What's a life without no family? It's like a lung without no breath. And I know that we all may live to regret. You don't know about these done.
Alright, so before we get too deep into this, give me 1 second. So he's kind of talking about all these different kind of things that have happened to him and stuff. I got the lyrics pulled up on the other monitor, which is why I keep kind of clicking back and forth. He's reading every night. The books don't have the answer, and he's going through, and he's kind of just going through his past, just running through all the trauma in his life and all these different things. And this is obviously, this album is his first project ever since his near fatal car crash. I think it was a car crash, but he had a major crash, which is when he released MEN3 after he was well enough again. But it was nightmarish. So it's kind of raw and emotional in a weird way. It's an opening cut 5 minutes long. I did the same thing on my record of a 4 minute 30-second song, but it's very deep.
In the studio with my feelings, I've been reading so I can stand by this message I'm leaving. I had to say this, pardon my lack of discretion, part of me died, this is the resurrection. Mama, do you love me?
Ooh.
Mama, do you love me?
Almost a different instrumentation. Almost, it's got the same. I assume that's that same sample that we heard in the beginning, but we're not hearing it play all the way through. And you got these chordal samples back playing the "Mama, do you love me?" and his voice is is layered and stuff, and it sounds really nice.
Me, overcome your addictions for me, and tell me, do you trust me? And tell me, do you trust me? And tell me if you trust me. The pain. I can't lie, I needed you.
Ooh.
I can't lie, I needed you. You needed when I was bleeding, my heart bleeds for you. Oh,
That's a line because if it's over without no closure, no, I've forgiven you. Ooh.
With you for hours if I could, but the way you hate my fiance for nothing isn't love, and the way it gets me mad, it's like you're doing it on purpose.
Oh.
Think about it to the point the weapons make me nervous. I don't call him dad, I never call him, that's what he deserves. And I would have him in my life, but clowns belong to the circus. It was him that told me that you was on drugs, and I remember it clearly cause it was the first time I'd shot a gun. Boy, John.
Raw. When he's talking about, I think you're talking about his mother here. I don't know I think it's talking about his mother here. I assume because that's what he said in the chorus, and he's like, he'd sit with you hours if he could, but he says that his mom hates his fiance, and he thinks it's on purpose. And he said he thinks about the fact you dislike her so much that the weapons make him nervous. In the house, and then he pans over to his father. He's like, I don't call him dad. I never call him. That's what he deserves, and I would have him in my life. But clowns belong to the circus. And then he explains that it was him that told it was his dad that told Bugzy that his mom was on drugs, and he said he remembers it because that was the first day he shot a gun. Interesting. Very intricate storytelling here.
And I remember it clearly cause it was the first time I'd shot a gun. Boy jammed on me, had the gang on me. Fuck about, I burn a flame on you, make you feel for me. Yeah, and make you feel how I feel inside. He tried to ring me in the hospital to see if I died. I bet he didn't know that I had a clock. He never rang me on my birthdays cause that nigga forgot. Still he tells people I'm famous and I left him behind. Fuck you niggas know about grind. You don't know about.
Ooh, okay. You tried to ring me in the hospital to see if I died. I bet you didn't know that I had a clot. You never rang me on my birthday because that fella forgot. And he's like, but despite all and he basically is saying that this father figure that he was supposed to have, I don't know if it's like his birth father or whatever, this father that he was supposed to have neglected him and doesn't really care about him. But as soon as he made it big back in 2008, 9, 10, I think somewhere in there, he came up with the rest of the grime scene, right? Like a little bit before Skepta. I could be incorrect, but and he's like, his dad's gonna be like, oh, he left him behind, and he's like, you didn't grind for this, you don't deserve it. You don't deserve it, which is, I like that message. I like that message a lot. I like that message a lot.
So I can stand by this message I'm leaving. I had to say this. Part of my lack of discretion, part of me died. This is the resurrection. Mama, do you love me? Mama, do you love me? Mama, if you love me, overcome your addictions for me. And tell me, do you trust me? And tell me, do you trust me? And tell me if you trust me. Overcome your addictions to pain. I can't lie, I needed you. I can't lie, I needed you. You were needed when I was bleeding. My heart bleeds for you. I hope we see heaven soon. I hope we see heaven soon. Cause if it's over without no closure, I know I've forgiven you. You don't know about these dark nights in the studio with my feelings. I've been reading so I can stand by this message I'm leaving. I had to say this. Part of my lack of discretion, part of me died. This is the resurrection. Yeah.
Ooh, really grand production. Very grand production. Thoughts? I really like the production on this track. It's really nice. I just wish his vocals were a little bit more present. A little bit higher up, just a little bit. That's a personal preference for me. Really good beat, really good topics of conversation. It's a very good opener. I don't think it's a standalone song. The song itself, though, if I'm listening it as an album experience, very strong opener. I'm gonna say a light 7. Feeling a light 7 on that one.